2024, 7 p.m. in the City Council chambers. Our invocation tonight will be from Reverend Jim Schremp from the Agee Fellowship Church. Please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Heavenly Father, as we enter this season of Thanksgiving, how very thankful we are for the many blessings that you give to us. The fact that we live in the greatest nation upon the face of the earth and that we have the freedoms that we have is such a blessing. May we never lose sight of those freedoms. I pray tonight for the leaders of our community. I ask you, Lord, that you might give them wisdom and direction that they might need as they lead our city. I thank you for their commitment and dedication to our city and for the many unselfish hours they give of themselves. May everything that is done here tonight be for your glory and your honor. In your precious and holy name, I pray. Amen and amen.
Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Clerk Vernon.
Councilman Boyer. Councilwoman Horton.
Here.
Councilman Smith.
Here.
Councilman Massingham.
Here.
Councilman DePew.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson. Here. Mayor Cornman.
Here.
We have 6 present.
Item 5, disclosure of interest. Any member of the City Council may disclose any possible conflict of interest dealing with either any item on the printed agenda or with any matter discussed at a previous meeting. Seeing none. Item 6, citizens input. Each person in the audience may take this opportunity to address the City Council on any matter which is not on the printed agenda. You have to fill out. Did you fill out a paperwork?
I don't know anything about this. I don't know how it works. I'm new to all this stuff, so we're going to try and get it done. But
There's a paper back here.
Grab you a piece of paper back there. It should tell you.
Just wait for him a minute.
Yeah, give him a minute. I tell you what, this might take a little bit of time. Come on up. Give us your name and your address and what you want to talk about.
Yeah,
Okay.
grab the
Right
microphone
there.
right there. Yeah.
my name's Joseph Dial.
Okay.
Joseph Dial, and I live at 602 Don Street.
What was that street again?
Don.
Okay. Go ahead.
I've lived here since January 26th. I used to live in Corning, Arkansas with my father. He passed away, and so I decided after being down here long enough that I would purchase a home here. I've known kind of about Poplar Bluff because I used to work at Meeks, and I've worked for construction companies around here. So I felt like it's a growing community. I want to purchase a home there. My first home. Supposed to be excited about it. Yeah, I'm not. I look behind me and I can see why. There's nobody here supporting this community. The concerns that I have is I just bought brand new tires for my vehicle. I'm a hardworking man to support the things that I have, that I've bought. But I took my tire off last night because I got a nail in it from the city streets to find out that it's not fixable because there's 3 nails in one tire. I've had them less than a month. I know that our city money went to fund a road in the county to be paved for an event that happens one time a year. For the first year, this will be the second. I see they have arrangements for another one. But what about our city streets here? They're terrible. Absolutely bad. I don't know if you live in town or not. That's none of my business. But the streets here in town where you have to drive to get to work are just bad. And I know that our money goes to stuff like fixing them. And that should be #1 priority before we send our money out to the county for sure. And then another thing that I would like to bring up is because I have had my property broken into and my things stolen from me because of the overwhelming population of homeless people here. If you're going to condemn a home, you need to tear it down. Like, we pay for this stuff. Like, I don't know, like, I know how to operate equipment. I mean, if I have to, after I get done in my regular job, go and knock some of these houses down to get rid of these people, I don't know if we've got something in place to where we can fix it. I can't shoot people because they steal my stuff, but they can steal my stuff, and the cops, I don't know who I talked to about that either, but that's a whole nother situation that ain't no good. Because are people allowed to live somewhere where there's no running water or no electricity? No? Okay. So if there's people constantly, on a daily basis, at these places, and when you call the cops, because it's right down the street from my house, they say, well, we made contact with the homeowner. He is the homeowner. Well, they say that they're there because they're fixing the place up, but there's no progress being made. I would understand if there's progress being made. There's no progress being made. It still looks like a shithole. Sorry for my language.
Do you know that address?
No, I try to not worry about other people's things unless something...
Is it on Don Street?
No, it's on, so Don Street's just a little street, it's a dead-end street, and then Vincent turns to the left right there. That's a whole nother thing. There should be a stop sign there. There should be stop signs in this town. There's not. Like, where's the insurance get involved? Who's at fault whenever you go around a corner and nobody has to stop? You know, I've got a lot of issues that I could bring up, but I don't know how much time y'all have. I got a lot of things that I could discuss.
2 minutes.
But
We got 2 more minutes.
You got 2 minutes.
well, I can see that, you know, there's nobody here to object anything that y'all rule on or whatever. So I just come to see what happens, and I can tell that our community isn't here to care, and they don't care because they're like, the people that are in charge don't care. And so I'm here to see what it's about, because taxpayer dollars pay the city, and y'all are city members, so I would imagine y'all are paid by taxpayers.
Actually, we're all volunteers.
We're volunteers.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
volunteers.
so how do I become a part of that to help make a change?
You get elected.
It opens up next month.
December 10th.
Okay. Like, but so any of the things that I've got concerns about or whatever, like, so I've already paid for my tires, you know, like, I can't replace a tire every time I get a nail in it. I've got pictures, if you want to see them, of the scrap metal that I pick up just walking around.
Well-
And I,
Well, now, as far as those nails in the tires, those are...
no, I've got photos of
Hazards of
buckets.
driving.
I've got buckets and buckets full of nails, bolts, nuts, screws that I pick up whenever me and my old lady go walking around town. I don't know if you ever go see anybody walking around town with their old lady, and I'm usually walking around with my AR. That's me, because I try to deter criminals. And if I walk around just watching people be suspicious, they stop being suspicious all of a sudden. People's stuff doesn't get stolen. So I just help out, because I walk past the police, and the police, can I talk for like the next person too that can come up here?
No. You got 5 seconds. Wrap it up.
But I don't know how this works.
Well, we appreciate your concerns. And she's
but-
actually,
Yeah, if you want to come write down your name and number, I can give you a call, and we can set up a meeting if you want to come in and we can
Well, we're
talk.
gonna have a lot of 2 minutes, because I
Just
gotta work
anywhere
and
on
I
there.
don't have time to deal with this when I'm
you say you work where, Meeks?
No, they're not a company anymore. I work at WW.
Okay.
I've been there for almost 3 years, and I'm progressing very well at my job as well. I love it there. It's great.
But we do understand your concerns, and we are concerned about it.
They're more
Yeah.
than just concerns, though, because it's when I call the people that are in place that's supposed to do something about it, they don't do nothing about it.
Well, yeah, just go ahead and give us your name and address, phone number, and
Just jot down your name
and
and
we'll
phone
work
number.
from there.
I'll give you a call.
And don't feel like we don't care. We do care. We
Well, we
care about
appreciate
everybody
you.
and
Yeah.
everything.
Expressing your concern.
I
mean, we
let
can't-
every-
I mean, we
let
can't make
everybody else
people-
go and to where I can talk more. Like, this is a matter that's not. Why should I have to buy my tire again? I just bought my tire. I haven't even put 1,000 miles on them. I haven't had them mown. And it's not fixable because there's 3 nails in one tire. That's not safe. I wouldn't want to drive on that.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 7, consent agenda. The items on the consent agenda are approved by single action of the City Council. If any council member would like to have an item removed from the consent agenda and considered separately, he or she may request to do so.
Mr. Mayor, I do believe that we all received the agenda in our packet. And with that being said, I move that we accept the agenda as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 8, workshop items for discussion. The City Council will consider requests for proposals received for administrative services for Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Grant Program for fiscal year 2024. City Manager Lori Phelps to present.
Thank you, Mayor. This is relative to the public hearing that we had just a little bit ago. We advertised for professional grant administrative services. We only received one from Ozark Foothills Planning Commission, and they are recommended for approval.
I make a motion, move this to the voting session to be held December the 2nd.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The City Council will consider requests for qualifications received for engineering services for Community Development Block Grant Mitigation Grant Program for fiscal year 2024. City
Thank you,
Manager
Mayor.
Phelps.
This is the same thing, except it's for engineering services. We received 3 qualifications. They were rated by City Planner James Sisk, Street Superintendent Jerry Lawson, and Utilities Manager Bill Bach. Smith & Company scored the highest, and they are recommended for approval.
I make a motion, this be moved to the voting session to be held December the 2nd.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, the City Council will consider authorizing the mayor to enter into a aviation project consultant agreement between the City of Poplar Bluff and Olson, Inc. Airport Manager Gary Pride to present.
Members of the council, good evening. As always, if you see me here, it means we're working toward progress at the airport. Here's what we're wanting and trying to do. We want to add more hangars, and to do this, we must add another operational line. This will include another taxiway, concrete pads for the hangars to sit on, elevation grading, sewer, electrical work, numerous items. My purpose tonight is to request approval for a MoDOT FAA grant to improve the infrastructure at the airport. The funding request tonight is phase 1 of a 3-phase project. Phase 1 will encompass the following: paperwork. Tons and tons of paperwork. It is applications, drawings, assurances of compliance with all regulatory partners, reports that will be presented to our state and federal partners, also inclusive of seismic activities relating to our area, fair labor standards, occupational safety and health, drainage, bidding documents, electrical and sewer, also airspace reviews, and the list goes on. Phase 1 will cost approximately $219,000. The grant is a mixture of 90-10, 95-5, and 100% money from our grant partners. To simplify this to what you guys are most concerned about, what's it going to cost the city? Phase 1 is estimated to cost less than $20,000 from the commitment from the city. We've been working on this since the beginning of the year, and it's anticipated in our budget. Phase 2, which is the actual construction of the taxiway, the concrete pads for the hangars, will be brought before you in 2025. It will be paid with state and federal money at a rate of 95.5. Approval of Phase 1 does not mean that you are obligated to Phase 2 or 3. And the final Phase 3, which is the actual construction of the hangar buildings, is anticipated for the fall of 2025, and it will utilize private funding opportunities in order to do the construction for those. So my recommendation is that we move forward with the Phase 1. I should also add, I'd like to give you an exact specific amount. I was in a teleconference with our state and federal partners Thursday for an hour and 20 minutes, trying to get to that specific number, and they were not able to give it to me. The facts and figures that we're dealing with here this evening are being reviewed by a secondary third-party engineering firm to ensure, as is standard practice for anything that's over $100,000 through MoDOT Aviation, to ensure that the city gets its fair market value for anything that's in the project. That review will not be completed for another week or two. The way this probably seems like, well, it seems like we're kind of doing things before the finish line and all that. MoDOT got behind about 16 months ago from not having the adequate staff, and they have got their staff now, but they're trying to play catch up. So now we're seeing a lot of things just boom, 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 because they're trying to get to the point where they should have been a long time ago. I'll entertain questions.
Now, you did say this included a new taxiway?
It's not a taxiway as you would maybe perceive for a runway,
Okay.
but it's a new road. It will be referred to as a taxiway out at the airport to access other parts of our property that presently there's no road at.
Okay, okay. Thank you for clearing that up.
Sure.
I was set for a new taxiway. Okay, thank you.
I make a motion to move it to the voting session to be held December 2nd, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 9, action required items. AA, Bill number 8594. The City Council will take action on an ordinance approving a conditional use permit to add multi-unit residential located in a CX3 Central Commercial Mixed-Use District located on the second floor of 416 Vine Street.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8594.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance granting a conditional use permit to Stephanie Knopp for multi-unit residential located in a CX3 Central Commercial Mixed-Use District on the second floor at 416 Vine Street in Poplar, Bluff.
Make a motion for a second reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance granting a conditional use permit to Stephanie Knopp for multi-unit residential located in a CX3 Central Commercial Mixed-Use District on the second floor at 416 Vine Street in Poplar Bluff.
Make a motion for adoption. Second it.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Vernon.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Massingham,
Yes.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Cornman.
Yes.
I have 6 yes.
Bill number 8594 has been adopted. BB, Bill number 8595. The City Council will take action on an ordinance amending sections 130.080, 130.180, 130.260, 130.270, and 130.310 of the City of Poplar Bluff Code of Ordinances entitled Municipal Court.
Make a motion for first reading.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri Code of City Ordinances, Section 130-080, 130-180, 130-360, 130-270, and 130-310 of the Poplar Bluff City Code of Ordinances entitled Municipal Court.
Motion for second reading of bill number 8595.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri Code of City Ordinances, Section 130-080, 130-180, 130-260, 130-270, and 130-310 of the City of Poplar Bluff Code of Ordinances entitled Municipal Court.
Make a motion for adoption.
I second it.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Vernon.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Massingham,
Yes.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Cornman.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Bill number 8595 has been adopted. CC Bill number 8596, the City Council will take action on an ordinance amending Section 300.010 of the City of Poplar Bluff Code of Ordinances entitled Definitions and adding Section 340.165 entitled Electronic Communication Device Use of While Driving Prohibited. When citation of law, definitions, school bus operations, prohibited acts, inapplicability, when penalties for violations, search of device, right to decline, and preemption.
Motion for first reading of bill number 8596.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri Code of City Ordinances, Section 300.010, entitled Definitions, and adding Section 340.165, entitled Electronic Communications Device Use While Driving Prohibited.
I make a motion for second reading of bill 8596.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
An ordinance amending the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri Code of City Ordinances, Section 300.010, entitled Definitions, and adding a new Section 340.165, entitled Electronic Communication Device Use of While Driving Prohibited.
Motion for adoption of bill number 8596.
Second.
Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Vernon.
Councilman Massingham,
Yes.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Cornman.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Bill number 8596 has been adopted. DD Resolution 2044, the City Council will take action on a resolution making appointments to the Animal Control Advisory Board and the Heating, Ventilation, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration HVACR Board.
Make a motion for reading Resolution 2044.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Counselor?
A resolution of the City of Poplar Bluff, Missouri, making appointments to the Poplar Bluff Animal Control Advisory Board and the Heating, Ventilation, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration Advisory Board of the City of Poplar Bluff.
Motion for adoption of resolution 2044.
Any questions or discussion?
Second.
Sorry. A little quick. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, Clerk Vernon.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Massingham,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Cornman.
Yes.
We have 6 yes votes.
Resolution number 2044 has been adopted. Item E, the City Council of the City of Poplar Bluff will meet in a closed session in which they will discuss such matters which are exempted under the Open Meetings Law, Section 610.1, Section 610.21.2, RSMO, Section 610.3, RSMO, Section 610.9, Section 610.11, RSMO, Section 610.12, RSMO, Section 610.13, RSMO and Section 610.14 RSMO. We're going to go to our city manager's report, and then we'll come back and do a roll call to go into closed session.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have much tonight. Since our airport manager's here, I'll go ahead and mention that he will be leaving us as of December 31st. We have advertised for his replacement, and that closes on Friday, so we'll be interviewing for that soon. Gary's done a really good job out at the airport. I'm sad to see him go. City Council filing does open on December 10th, Wards 1 and 3, so if you need more information on that, you can contact the city clerk's office. I've been working on budget. It's going pretty well. That'll be presented December 2nd. And the last thing I have is the Coliseum lobby. Hopefully that'll be done pretty soon. The main setback now is the countertop came in for the ticket booth and it was damaged, so they had to reorder. So, Mr. Mayor, that's all I have.
All right. Do we have a motion? We can go into closed session.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, Clerk Vernon.
Councilwoman Horton,
Yes.
Councilman Smith,
Yes.
Councilman Massingham,
Yes.
Councilman DePew,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Parson,
Yes.
Mayor Cornman.
Yes.
You have 6 yes.
All right.
Move for adjournment.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned.